Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Today we coming back at you with another Ratchet video, and this one is a KD Ratchet made in USA. But before we jump into this, if you can give me a like and also subscribe to this channel if you find these videos at all entertaining or helpful, I would appreciate it. And it only takes you a second. Just hit the button and you'll be a subscriber. Okay, we have this 3/8 ratchet is a KD USA, and the model number is 721108, and it has a little G with an underline next to the model number. And this falls in line with a lot of different other ratchets. This is Danaher acquired KD, and KD was a company started in the 20s from Pennsylvania. They specialized, according to Alloy Artifacts, they specialized in specialty tools for the automotive industry, like valve spring lifters and ignition pliers and stuff like that. Stuff you would mostly use in automotive repair and automotive industry, and that's how they got their start. And then they got acquired, I guess later on, or much later on, by Danaher and Danaher Apex Group, and KD was under their umbrella. And here's some examples. This one's almost identical. This is an Allen USA Forge 11900H, and it's almost exactly the same as the KD. The only difference is that the Allen is a quick release and the KD doesn't have a quick release. It's just regular. And both of these have the same mechanism as this, the Danaher era teardrop Craftsman. This one has quick release, as I think pretty much all Craftsmans after like the 60s had quick release, the late 60s, and I guess this was the most popular model that shared this mechanism and these parts. And one more ratchet that kind of shared some of the parts was, believe it or not, an Armstrong, and these are all Danahers. These all were under the Danaher umbrella, including Armstrong, and this is the 972 series. This looks almost identical. They had a 903 series, which was before this, and it had slightly different mechanism and innards, but conceivably all these share kind of the same pawl. This pawl you would, if you wanted to mix and match the pawls out of these and put it in here, you'd have to modify the pawl a little bit. And I did a video on this 11-972, and if you want more info on that, you can go check out that video. So let's get into this KD model here, and let's take a look inside. Let me get the snap ring pliers. This is a channel lock snap ring plier, and maybe I'll do a review on these later on or something, or one day. And here's the ring that holds it in. It's just typical snap ring. And we open it up, lift up on the anvil, and here is the plate. It's very thin. You wouldn't want to bend this too much because it might just fold over. And here is the gear, and I think this has 36 teeth if it follows the pattern of those other ones. I don't think you'll be able to mix and match this gear with any of the other ones because it has this round protrusion here that goes in this hole, and the other ones have a smaller hole, and they're quick release also, but they have a smaller hole, so this gear wouldn't fit in there, and it wouldn't fit in the Armstrong either because the Armstrong gear is flat from this point on. It's flat. It doesn't have a protrusion like this, so it wouldn't fit in the Armstrong. And you just pull out the pawl, but be careful because there's a ball underneath. And there's the ball. Here's the pawl. Like I said, you might be able to use this pawl in the other Ratchets and even in the Armstrong, but you would have to modify it here and take out some material if you wanted to use it in the Armstrong. And like I said, if you want more info on that, go check out that Armstrong video. And here is the switch. This one's a little bit worse for wear. Looks kind of corroded. Don't know what happened to it. But it's made of metal. Let me see. Yeah, it's made of metal. And that's what it looks like. A bit different than the Craftsman, but serves the same purpose. And in the hole here we have a small spring. And this is what the spring looks like. And then I'm just gonna, there's the hole. Just gonna drop the spring back in there to save some time for later. And here is what it looks like inside the mechanism, the housing. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Looks like they did a decent job there. Doesn't look too bad. Here's the channel for the snap ring down here. You see it there. And here's the cutouts on the switch side. So all in all, not bad. And I didn't mention this before, it has like this knurled handle, and the knurling is kind of flat on the knurling. And that's the base. Some pitting here, a little bit of rust. But that's about it. Okay, to put this back together, it could be a little bit challenging. For some reason, this design always is kind of a challenge, and every model has a little bit different challenges. You try to put the ball on the spring there. The spring doesn't come out too much, so I don't think it'll be too hard to get it in place like that. And then what I do, the ball is magnetized, it sticks to the pawl. I try to put the pawl slanted a little bit and get that ball down, because let's see if I could be able to do this. No, see what I mean? It's it gets finicky sometimes. Okay, let's try this again. I just put I try to get that groove there on the pawl to go over the ball. And there we go. So now we take, here's another tricky part, is getting the switch in. So what I do is I just take the piece, the protrusion there, and get it oriented in the hole there. But it hasn't gone through the hole because it has that step there that has to go inside the hole. So what I do is I slide the pawl up a bit, not all the way out to where it's not holding the ball down. I try to slide it up to get enough room to where that ledge there goes in the hole. If I can get it in the hole. Yep, like that. So now that ledge went inside the hole, and it's holding, the ledge is holding the switch in place. Now you take your gear, you drop that in, and this is what it looks like when it's ratcheting. And it's locked up, and you take your plate, you drop that on top there. Now you grab your snap ring, you get your tool, you get your holes, get your tool in the holes, and you just press it down and get it in there, and make sure it clicks into place, and you test it out to see if it's working. Yep, it's working. So yeah, that's the teardown and review of the KD USA 3/8 ratchet, the 721108, made by Apex Danaher group, like the last of the USAs from Apex Danaher, and it shares a pedigree with a lot of different other ratchets, not only the ones I showed you, but there's a few others that are the same, pretty much the same innards and mechanism as this. Okay guys, until next time.